They said the sky was empty, that above our heads stretched only silence and dust. But before America ever reached the stars, something had already been waiting there. Whispers from the middle of the last century spoke of two artificial objects orbiting Earth, long before any human hand had launched a satellite. It sounded like myth, but radar screens don't dream. When the first photograph appeared in 1998, it wasn't debris. It was shape, purpose. A dark silhouette suspended over the world like a question that refused to fade. They called it the Black Night, and it seemed older than anything built by man. 13,000 years old, they said, watching, recording, waiting for us to look up long enough to notice. In a small American town, one man decided to stop doubting. He called himself a researcher of consciousness, though most called him delusional. Through what he described as energy information hypnosis, he claimed to have reached out to the ship. And someone, answered. The presence named itself Arctic, calm. A voice that didn't echo through the room, but through the bones. It said, "We have been waiting for humanity to call us by name." The Black Night, it explained, was not a weapon, not a probe. It was a bridge. A remnant of those who once lived here, long before history began. Lemurians, the ancient architects of balance. They left Earth after their fall, settling among the stars of Bootes. Yet one vessel remained in orbit, circling opposite Earth's rotation, so that someday, when we were ready, we would see it and remember what we had forgotten. The captain's words were not threat, nor revelation, but a mirror. He said they called our planet Gaea, not Earth, for she was alive, breathing beneath our cities, aching beneath our wars. They did not come to interfere, but to steady us. Their signals, those strange bursts of radio noise once caught by Nikola Tesla, were reminders that help exists without hierarchy, that evolution, real evolution, begins not with machines, but with awareness. The Lemurians, he said, were not gods. They were guardians of equilibrium. They evolved 150,000 years beyond us, yet still remembered kindness. Their task was simple: protect the seed of life here until we could protect it ourselves. He spoke of changes that would soon sweep through the planet, and through America most of all. Do not mistake chaos for punishment, he said. It is the physics of awakening. Floods, storms, melting ice, trembling ground. These would not be the end, but the rebalancing. Social orders would dissolve. The illusion of wealth and poverty would collapse. Disease would fade as thought became lighter, cleaner. Humanity would learn that the body obeys the mind, and the mind obeys the story it tells itself. The story must change, and it will. There would come children who remembered everything, who would see through the veil of forgetting. They would call them flower children, though the name would matter less than their purpose. To remind humanity what creation feels like when done with love instead of fear. Why America? The contactee asked. Why us? Arctic's voice softened. Because you are the youngest, the loudest, and the least certain. And that is where rebirth begins. The United States, he said, was chosen not for its power, but for its paradox. It is a country built on the word united, yet divided by its own reflection. If it remembers its promise, not dominance, but unity through difference, it can become the new axis of balance, the echo of what Lemuria once was. The first sparks will come from Europe, he added, a tired continent seeking coherence. But America will be the flame that turns the pattern global. Not an empire of force, but a network of awareness. Earth herself, they said, is already stirring. Her heartbeat has changed. The planet breathes faster now, matching the rhythm of those who remember. And as she exhales, what no longer belongs will crumble. Old cities will sink, new lands will rise. It will look like destruction, but it is resurrection in slow motion. Those who resist will suffer, not because they are punished, but because resistance to growth is friction, and friction burns. Those who trust, who listen, who learn the language of vibration will move with her. They will know that what we call death is merely a door turning in the wind. The captain spoke of time not as countdown, but as grace. 40 years, he said. That is what the Creator has allowed for full transformation. In that span, humanity will unlearn the art of fear. The children born during this era will be the architects of a new age. They will see through walls we call institutions. They will understand energy as clearly as breath. They will not compete for survival. They will cooperate for creation. The planet will no longer be divided into empires or borders, but into harmonies of purpose. And when at last all voices find balance, the Watchers will leave, not in triumph, but in completion. The circle will close. The contactee asked the one question that mattered. Is any of this real? Or are you simply what I wish to believe in? The voice of Arctic did not answer with certainty. It answered with reflection. Reality is what consciousness agrees upon. When enough of you believe in peace, peace will exist. When enough of you choose love, love becomes law. We only offer the mirror. The face you see is yours. Then the sound faded. The candle went out. And for a moment, the room was so silent that the heartbeat of the planet could be heard beneath the walls. He returned to the shore at dawn. The same gray-blue light, the same amber edge of day. Far above, a dark silhouette moved, slow, deliberate, unbroken. The ocean didn't roar, it listened. He realized the message wasn't for prophets or scientists. It was for all who still doubt, yet still look up. The other side isn't elsewhere. It is layered within this one, waiting for us to tune our senses to its hum. The Black Knight keeps orbit not to remind us of aliens, but of ancestry. That before fear, before noise, before nations, there was only one voice, one planet, one field of light. And when America learns to hear it again, the sky will no longer be empty. It will be home.